This video is in support for Korra Obidi. It's time for us to support other women. Women, we stand for women and we support women to fight against those narcissistic men that come as angels of light. And as soon they don't get their way, they're gonna try to destroy the same people they say they love. So Korra, please listen to this video. And you are loved and we are supporting you 100%. Hello, everybody. This is me, Patricia, and today I would love to talk about Korra Obidi. And this is the Nigerian singer and the dancer. I love her videos. She is like a person, when I watch her videos, I always feel so happy and excited about life because she just has a personality. For some people, she's too much. She shows a lot of skin. I don't want to judge her. I focus more on her energy and her attitude. And so I've been watching her, when I see videos and stuff, they always so exciting. They always like make me want to dance. And she's a mom and she's just so free spirited. So I like her, I really do. And so I'm making this video because I want to say something about the situation. She was married to this guy, Dr. Dean. And when I started seeing things about them going through divorce and stuff, I thought it was because of her videos and they have a new baby. So I thought it was because, she had the baby life and. But then I saw that he was present in the video. And then I thought that he finally was like, oh, now we have a baby, I don't want you to wear things like that. So I kind of felt bad for him because, I was like, oh my God, it seems like this guy's really suffering. And I'm like, what is going on? So I started doing my investigation. And I'm telling you, I am going to be 40 next year. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to dating. And I'm going to tell you something. I was recently, I had a friend that we were friends for many years, right? But we lost contact. And we kind of dated a little bit, I can say. And he was a nice guy. Like he go to the best restaurants. Like, I'm very picky to where I eat. So he took me to the best restaurants. And he's a gentleman, right? He opened the doors for you and he seems so genuine. And I'm telling you, last year I was doing chemotherapy. I was very, very sick and it's time consuming. It's financially draining to have to stop working for medical reasons, right? So he did me a favor one day. And then I also was coming from a 5-year relationship. I was not ready to date anybody, but I reconnected with him, and we went for a few dates. And some of the dates, I told him I wasn't ready. I told him even things to kind of push him away from me. But we still went on some dates and some dinner. And I'm going to tell you, from the moment he felt, because he thought that I was interested in him as a man, because after so many years of him trying to, get to certain levels with me and me always blocking him, I start feeling bad. I'm like, man, it's time for me to get over my ex because I gave like myself 5 years to see what would happen. And I'm like, okay, this guy been there and I already know him. So if I try with somebody, it would be him. So I felt bad for always leaving him hanging, right? So from the moment that I started to show interest, he started acting funny. And I think in his mind, when he told me, oh yeah, my ex-fiance cheated on me. And then my ex-girlfriend that we were living for a year or so cheated on me. Like he always, and then there's the woman taking me to court because she accused me of this and this. So he always says that he's the victim. Like he always the victim. At first I was like, wow, poor guy, because there's a situation that he has going on that I'm like, oh my God, I think women leave him for that reason because that he has that problem. So I think women don't want to be with him because of that reason. So I felt bad for him. So to make him feel good as a person, as a man, to have me and know my potentials and how he always thought I was so beautiful and the attention I get, I would say things to him to kind of make him feel good about himself. Like, oh, I had a crush on you and things like that because I wanted him to feel like, hey, I don't want you to think that I'm rejecting you. I wasn't just ready to be with somebody, right? So from the moment that I started saying those things to him, he started changing with me, right? So in his mind, because like I always tell people, like when people say, "How come you didn't date this guy? How come I always tell people, like I have proof, yeah, and that I had some concerns. I always had concerns about this guy since I met him. I always had concerns, But what touched me is when I was going through my stuff, after the chemo, and I was like, he was listening to me when I was going through my breakup. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm misjudged. So I just, I remember I started dating. I started dating people for the first time in 5 years. So I'm like, I opened myself up to start dating, to put myself out there. So I don't know, for whatever reason, he thought that I was just interested in him and I wanted relationship with him. So he will, like, when we were in personally, when it was just me and him, he would tell me a lot of things. But when it comes to texting, he would text me in a way that it seemed like he was trying to make me feel like I was the aggressor, that I was trying to pursue him and he didn't want me. So he would tell me things like, oh, yeah, you must be upset because you feel rejected and I don't want to be with you. And I'm like, so I said, and then I started to watch his attitude because I'm the kind of person I purposely would go around him because I wanted to catch him. I wanted to make sure that I was right and I would cut him off out of my life, completely cut him off and run because I'm like, okay, this guy is a narcissist, right? So he told me about a situation legal situation that he has with a woman, but he would not give me her name. I was able to find, I have some friends in the law enforcement, and they were able to give me the person's name and information. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is a psycho. And then, I saw how he is with his dog and like how he reacts when, like I speak Portuguese and Spanish. A lot of people I date, or some of my friends, even female friends, when I say something in Spanish, hola, nobody gets upset. And this guy would just get angry, right? So my niece, my sister, my friends were like, hey, this guy's kind of crazy. So people can see that this guy's kind of crazy, but he always plays the victim. He always plays the victim. He's so successful in real estate, but he's always played like this, the victim of woman. And we like, hey, do you have friends? He said, no, I don't have friends. I don't have friends. You are a big real estate guy. You are a very financial guy, and you are this big guy. So you don't have anybody. So I started, I started putting everything together. But I'm like, before I come to my conclusions again, I am really gonna put all the pieces together, right? So yeah, I started just doing things to make sure I would have the opportunity to really see, right? So a situation happened, and he was like, yeah, that I noticed, he would text me in ways that he wanted to make me seem like I was pursuing him sexually, that I was aggressor, that I wanted the one being with him and he didn't want to be with me. So I asked a guy, friend of mine, that he is an expert, in the law, and he reads stuff, he read to me, he's like, hey, this guy's a narcissist. This guy actually got problems and he's scary. So, after dealing with certain situations with him and see how he texts me and stuff, I'm like, wait. Oh, yeah, we had a Colombia festival in Arizona. So I say, hey, I want you to be my date, let's go, because I wanted to go with somebody that I knew, but I didn't want to go with a date. I wanted to go with a friend. So we went to the Colombia festival. He had a crazy Colombia festival. And then my friends caught him going through my phone, like reading through my phone. And my friends saw him secretly recording me while I was dancing. So I was like, oh my God, the whole time I was there, I'm texting my sister, like, oh my God, this guy's creepy. This guy's creepy. So while I'm thinking about this guy, just in case, there's gonna be some legal situation going on. When I saw Korra husband, then I was like, oh, I feel sorry for that guy. But then I started really paying attention to what he's doing. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope I am the person against divorce. I am against divorce. I never tell people to get divorced, right? I always want a families, especially when you're a brand new mom. You should be together with your husband, right? My daughter's gonna be 16, but you should be together with your husband. But one thing I never accepted in my life is a narcissist. I separated with my daughter's father when my daughter was brand new born, because I'm like, when a person is a narcissist, they will not change. What they will do, what narcissists do while they're in a relationship with you, they start collecting evidence against you to use against you later in case your eyes are open and you don't want to be in a relationship. So they try to use as much to use against you and to twist things against you so that you are the. Yeah, so the way narcissistic people work, especially men in relationship with women, they feel like it's defenseless, right? It's a lot of times that happen to foreign women like me when people think that we don't know the law or that we don't have family to back us up, right? A lot of women from other countries are suffering in this country because their partners know that they don't have help and they know that they can go to the law and do certain things and to make sure that person will lose custody or whatever. That's why I advise every woman, you should know the law in your state, in the law in the whole United States, and don't take narcissistic behavior just anyway. Like Korra really should stay away from this man. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. I remember I wrote in my message, I felt bad. I was like, oh, support. But I'm like, this guy, he's jealous of her because she's a beautiful woman. She is growing in her career. Narcissistic are afraid of women getting attention because they feel like, oh, she's going to leave me, And I remember when I went with my friend, we went to this place to dance. I remember how he reacts to people. Like, I remember how he reacts when he saw that I was in a dating site and things like that. I'm not his girlfriend. And he told me like, oh yeah, we don't have a future together. And I'm like, and I never thought that me and him was going to have a future. So what narcissistic people will do, they will try to use things to break you down as a person, to make you feel that you are less than them, that you need them. That is the key. So that they can put you in this area and control you. That's why, like, I'm a very strong-minded woman. I'm very strong-minded. And I would not allow anybody to do that with me. I have done in the past because sometimes the narcissistic men, they are the men that give you the most love and affection. They do so much for you because they don't want you to leave. And they want you to believe that they are the best thing you could ever have. This is what they do. They do things for you to make you believe that they are the best thing you could ever have. Right? So when you try to leave, they're gonna start to putting you down, and they know, like, okay, I want to destroy her image because when they want other people and yourself to look at you and think, oh my gosh, she's wrong and he was right. Okay? And for Korra, if she needs to pay attention to the words, and she needs legal assistance at this moment. She needs to be careful what she puts online. And like, you need to be careful and you need to pay attention to every word that he says. And if I were in your place, I would never go back with this guy because he already shown that he will go if you guys are not in good terms, he will do whatever he can to destroy you and to make you lose everything. He exposed your children. He said that you are not a good mother. He called you those names. He goes and cries online. So he's creating a file against you that he can use against you at the court. This is what he's doing. When he say, she said she didn't want June. Oh, she doesn't do this, whatever. He is creating a file so he can use at court and he will talk to his people and he will cry to his family. He's gonna make everybody around him to feel sorry for him so they can go to court and speak on his behalf, and he's gonna be a victim. He's a narcissistic. This guy don't care about anybody. He really doesn't love you. He loves what he was getting. And now because you are getting big, you are getting all those offers and you are beautiful and you have a second child and you're still out there and you came back so fast, he does not have your best interest. If you go back together with this man, The whole time you guys are together and you are trusting him with things you tell him about your childhood, about your fears, about life, he's gonna use everything to destroy you. I would say run, get a good lawyer, get good witnesses, get people to write letters for you, because you're gonna be in a war and you have to be very smart. Very smart. He already have a lot of things that play against him because he does everything publicly, which the law hates that and the lawyers hate that. Just be careful with this guy because he's capable of doing a lot of harm. Yeah, and to those people that are judging you, to those people that are saying things about you, because nobody's innocent 100%. I'm sure you guys had your issues. I'm sure you mistakes you made and mistakes you made. But even those African people and those females that are attacking you, it's just because they are jealous of you. Because this situation should not make anybody proud or happy, because it's two kids involved and two grown people involved, and it's public. So it's very sad. So a lot of people, they are telling him I'm sorry and stuff like that. And remember, especially us, as a black woman, I'm telling you, when you're a black woman and you are in a relationship with a Caucasian guy, the guy that is an narcissistic guy that I was able to shut him down right away, he's a Caucasian guy. I'm telling you, a lot of black women, sadly, and Latinos women, when they see a white guy, or successful white guy that goes with a black person, they break up, they're gonna go to him like flies, because they like, oh man, I wanted myself a white guy, because they only see the good side, right? They only see how he holds you on camera, how he supports you. They don't see who he really is inside of inside of your home. They only see like, oh my God, this white guy, he's doing all those things for her. She does not appreciate. I'll do this to you. Well, they're not in your shoes. So I would not worry about anybody. I would not take anybody advice unless people that really know the law. And I know the law in California, some of the law, and I know the law in Arizona where I live. And I'm telling you, do you have a lot of things going on for you? Because this guy is abusive. He's abusing you. You can get him for pain and suffering. He's causing you and your business a lot of pain and suffering, your children. And he's playing victim, and he's exposing you and your children. So he's traumatizing a whole family. You really have to talk to a good attorney. You have to, be careful who you let around you. And don't say anything. Like, let him do and run his mouth and say all those things he wants to say online. You do not put yourself in that situation, because everything is going to be used against you, Korra. So you got to be smart. You got to be smart. And you are a smart girl. I respect you. I can tell that you are very smart. And so, you are here. Your family's in Nigeria. So him and his family are going to come to you like sharks. They're going to try to rip you off in any way possible. So you got to find yourself protection. And you got to document everything. And you're going to document everything with dates and time. You got to, whatever you do, you need to have something with dates and time. Because you want to be able to defend yourself. And do not let fear lead you. I fought the people, and I will continue to fight anybody that I know that is trying to hurt me, because I will study the law before I go to the judge. And I never paid a lawyer, because I went prepared. You want to go prepared. Don't go there with your emotions. He doing this and he doing that. I just want the best for my kids. Don't go to the court and try to bash him like he's doing to you. Don't do that. They hate that. All they care about is the children. They don't care about your husband. They don't care about you. They only care about your children's well-being. And the more mature you go and less emotions, they don't want to hear your emotions. They want you to go there firm, and they want you to speak clearly. They don't want you to talk to him. You need to go there prepared. I'm willing to write letters if I have to. As people that know you, to write letters and read those letters before you give to the judge. Make sure they use good words, and you make sure that the letters show that they really care. And be prepared, because your ex, he's narcissistic, and he's a narcissist, and he's crazy, and he's mean, and his family is mean as well. Protect yourself, and if I were you, I would not go back with that man. I would not go. And be careful, I would never allow him inside of my house. And I would even be watching for my car to make sure he doesn't put cameras or any GPS on on your car. He's crazy. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but yeah, you gotta be careful. He's a narcissistic man, and with those, you should never give them a second chance. Take care of you, your mental health, your physical health, and the health of your children. And pray every day and trust God in the process. Don't let him intimidate you. Do the right thing, and you will not